Okay, sup, y'all? Um, welcome to the Playboy Henny 69 podcast. Um, who knows what this will be? I certainly do not. Um, first thing I would like to address are my socks. If I can get a couple compliments for that, I think they look really cool. They look really nice. Wore them 2 days in a row. Um, we do have a guest with us. Uh, my homeboy Dalton Blanco. Round of
Hello.
applause, please. Um, Dalton, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Who are you? What do you do? Do you make art?
Oh yeah, dude. I play drums and shoot videos and take pictures and stuff. Um,
What you're in Prissy Whip?
yeah, I play drums in this band, Prissy Whip. We got this sick EP dropping. It's so cool.
What's it called?
It's called RAPMF
What does that
because
stand for?
I don't know what it stands for, but there's
RIPMF. Rest in peace,
RPMF.
motherfucker.
It could mean that. It could
Rip
mean
into people.
Rip Manual Focus because there's a
Rip
previous
manual
album
focus.
that the band made that um I wasn't in the band, but I'm on the album cover.
Yeah, I really like that
Yeah.
nugget.
That one's called RAPAF.
Oh yeah, that's
I
right.
thought that was such a cool
Right.
album title. I wasn't even in the band.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, you guys' album titles are crazy.
How did you make your way onto the album cover?
There's this dude Kyle in the band, and he's like, "Hey, you want to be like
The
on the
Susanator,
cover?"
correct?
Yeah, Kyle Souza, legendary shredder guitar guy.
Mustache man.
He's got a stash.
He had a stash before I did.
I re-
Long before I did. I've only had a stash for about since on and off from 2020 to 2022, and then 2022 it has never been taken off. I'm pretty
Nice.
sure Kyle's had a mustache for
Since he was born.
yeah.
I don't know. There was a pre-stash Kyle.
He was a smooth boy, smooth
Yeah.
boy era.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember you without a stash.
Yeah,
I could imagine it.
I kind of looked like Jason Biggs.
That's sick.
It's pretty. It was kind of not sick. Um, I just thought I looked so soft, and I was not.
Yeah.
I was not really into that. I wanted to look cool and tough,
Yeah.
rugged. You know,
Yeah. Soft
um,
can be hard sometimes.
soft can be hard sometimes, but yeah, I think I was trying to escape my Long Island affiliation, and I just looked super Jewish, which I am. But
Is
I
Jason Biggs from Long
no,
Island?
but he looks very Long Island.
Mm.
He also looks very Jewish, but my friend Evan Sinclair recently told me that Jason Biggs is not Jewish. Sorry to anybody who's disappointed in that. I was very disappointed because I feel like he was sort of carrying an aesthetic torch for Jewish men, and because he's hot, and that's cool. He's a hot Jewish dude, but he's not
But not
actually Jewish.
anymore.
Not anymore. He's just a he's just a fake ass bitch
Spoiler alert,
in a real
dude.
ass world, you know?
I feel it.
And if you're not a real ass down ass motherfucker, then like what are you doing here, you know? What does he even do? What's the last thing you've seen Jason Biggs in?
Just not have a stash.
He definitely doesn't have a mustache and it definitely doesn't look as
Maybe he
cool as
does have a
Kyle's.
stash though. Kyle's stash is fucking great.
Kyle has an amazing stash. Phil, if you could add Kyle's stash for 3 seconds in three, two, one. Thank you. You can take it off. Um, yeah. Well, enough about Kyle.
Yeah.
So you've got a new Prissy Whip album called
RAPMF.
R.I.P. MF.
Yeah.
Um,
And we used AI to make the art,
cool.
which just took a job away from a human.
Yeah, I support that.
It was way more efficient.
It was cheaper, I'm assuming.
I don't know. I didn't pay for the subscription if there
Right,
even was one required.
right. Think you just downloaded an app or
Yeah.
something. And
Zach
then
did it.
Zach did it. Shout out to
He's
Zach.
Jewish.
Evidently. Um, How would you? I've kind of always wanted to ask you this question because I think Prissy Whip is one of the weirdest bands of all time, let alone like an active band in LA. How
Uh-huh.
would you describe Prissy Whip? What's y'all's style?
Everyone just told us we sound like Arab on Radar and Melt Banana. And so I was like, yeah, I could see that. Like I used to listen to a lot of I still listen to a lot of that.
I do too,
Yeah.
and I love both of those bands, but feeling wise, I think y'all feel like Arab on Radar and Melt Banana, but you don't like literally sound like them,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like it's in a world of feelings that I get while listening to those bands.
Yeah.
But
It's just like completely undanceable to music.
yeah, I agree.
Uh
I feel like purposely,
I'm not sure like I'm not even like OG member.
right?
Like they had the sick ass shredder Paul doing all the
Was the
drums.
dude who'd roll around on the ground
Would he? I only saw them once before I
and
joined.
he would like set up his drum set like in the corner of the venue
Oh yeah, he'd
and
do
like
some antics.
yeah. Um, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
it's undanceable.
Yeah, you can't dance to it
Yeah,
like right when you have the feeling of like, oh, now's the time to get into the pit. It like you
get
get
pitted.
T-boned into some weird like vibe of
Yeah,
like not moshing.
right,
It's like you missed your opportunity every time.
right. And then I feel like it's like if you're trying to mosh to it or you're trying to groove to it physically, it's like eventually your body's gonna give up on you and you're just gonna stand there. But in a
Yeah.
good way. I mean
Yeah.
that as a
Yeah, it's like
compliment.
a lot of mixed signals.
It's a lot of mixed signals. It's just so jerky.
Yo, jerky's yeah,
Jerky. Yeah.
jerky's
We love jerky. I love
definitely a
jerky.
theme. And like it's not like a 4/4 like we're gonna add some fives or sixes or sevens.
Right. Right. Yeah, it's cool. What
Yeah.
any other music projects in the works or
Uh in the works, I'm a free agent right now. Like, but
ladies and
I have a
gentlemen,
family.
Dalton is a free agent, but he does have a very adorable child. What's your
Yeah.
child's name? Give your child a shout out.
Yo, shout out Isla. I love you.
What's Shyla's favorite? Wait, Shyla?
Without the
Isla.
Isla.
What's Isla's favorite music?
Dude, Isla
And Isla's favorite food.
okay. Isla loves which one should I start with? Music, the food. Let's go with the food. She likes wait, I almost said Bruno Mars, but she loves Bruno Mars, the Apatu song.
Great song.
Fuck, what's the name of the chick that she sings with? He sings with?
No idea.
God damn it, it's Rose or something?
Rose McGowan.
Yeah, Apatu. She loves that jam. She likes eating
Probably Rose McGowan.
spinach, sprouts, sweet potatoes, rice cake, the dried rice snacks, kiwi, blueberries, fucking. Oh, she always gets her teddy bear when she wants to drink milk, and the teddy bear's name is Egigom, which means baby bear
It's very
in
cute.
Korean.
It's very cute.
Yeah. Oh, other music she likes. She likes that jam in Squid Game when they're doing the bingo bingo that she likes
That
that
song
one.
rips.
Oh, I tried to get her into Devo, that one jam that says yeah 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 yeah.
Classic.
She likes
Have
that.
you shown her the Aquabats?
I haven't shown her the Aquabats yet.
I think you've got to.
I will like that one song.
Pizza Day?
That dun, 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 dun.
I don't know off the top of my head.
Um,
I used to love the Aquabats and
yeah,
ska. I had a severe ska phase. Shout out
totally.
to Max Jeshua for tainting me
Who's
by
that?
getting me into ska. This kid that I went to school with, he played saxophone. He was in a band called the Wombs. The
I
Weapons of Mass Seduction.
oh my gosh.
Also, my friend, like my best friend from high school, Ben Katz, who
Oh,
now is in the band Lorraine.
ah,
Um,
the name rings a bell.
Lorraine's really sick.
I mean Ben Katz.
Oh, Ben Katz. I feel like a lot of people know someone named Ben Katz.
Word.
I just know one Ben Katz.
Oh,
But he was also in that band. He played Barry sax.
nice. Oh,
Um,
she also likes Magma.
just like Magma. What is that?
Magma,
Is that
it's
a type
like
of snack?
this 70s like
The band.
prog band
Okay.
from France or something.
Okay.
And this they got this one jam that's like 17 minutes and 40 seconds long. That's called De Futura.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Like supposedly they made their own language, so I thought it was like from the future,
Okay.
but it's like dun, dun, na, 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 na.
That sounds weird.
Dude, it's pretty wild.
That's cool.
Yeah, and the bass line's like boom 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 boom, and the on and off beat just keeps like switching.
That's cool.
It's it's so sick.
That's cool.
1976 YouTube video. It's great.
You gotta send it to me.
I
want to
will.
see it. Um, cool. Um, I hold on. I heard you learned about something recently. Can you tell the audience what you discovered? I
Yeah.
believe is a discovery, right?
Yeah, like
Can I hit your vape?
oh yeah, here you go.
Thanks.
Um so I this wasn't like too recently. Actually, it was not recent at all. But
Keep going. I'm listening.
um I discovered the hard way what sounding is, and it's like
Yeah, describe it for
yeah,
us.
I guess it's like a fetish or something that dudes are into.
Your guess is correct.
And yeah, I so I was in denial like every time I went pee it was burning.
When was this?
This is fucking like 8 years ago or some shit.
Okay.
Maybe not that long.
Okay.
Um. Anyway, I'm at work. I gotta pee. I'm peeing. It hurts. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? I need to drink more water. And so I'm like trying to stay hydrated and shit, and like nothing is helping this like burning sensation. And so I'm like, yo, I need to go to the doctor.
Okay.
And they're like,
Sorry, Phil.
oh, they're,
Phil's editing right now.
yeah,
Just
oh,
not into
okay.
the knuckles. Sorry,
They're
sorry.
like,
Keep going.
yo, it sounds like you need like a test. So like pee in this cup. Also, we're gonna put in an order for a dipstick. And I'm like, fucking dipstick, dude. Like,
It sounds
where does that go?
yeah.
And
Sounds
so
invasive.
yeah, so they take this like Q-tip thing, and
Okay.
it's like got barbs on it, like maybe just to like get the scraping of like whatever the hell's
All up in there.
existing there. Um, and yeah, so they kind of just like grab your
You could say it.
they grab
Say
your
the P word.
oh okay, I was gonna say the D word, but
I think P is cooler.
they grab your penis by like the neck, like it's like a dog that you're carrying, like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fucking
Like a leash on a dog.
yeah,
I get you.
it's like behind the head, and so they grab
Yeah.
you by the neck and they take this barbed Q-tip and they just fucking send it
Oh,
down the hole, and like it goes like farther than you want it to.
how deep do you think it went?
Probably just, like a couple inches.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
That's a long way.
yeah, it like yeah, I don't know. It was over like a little bit after I wanted it to be done with. Um, and like when I left the office or as I'm saying bye to the doctor, I like had to tell him like, yo, that was wild, dude.
Did you say that exactly?
Yeah, I
You
was
said
like,
that
yo,
was
I was like,
wild.
dude, that was pretty wild.
What did he say?
He just wanted me to get the fuck out of the office like as soon as possible. it
Do you
was kind of awkward.
think
He was avoiding eye contact and shit.
do you think you would work 9 to 5, 40 hours a week sounding people twice every hour for 200K a year?
Easily. Yes, dude. Like, how can
That's
I get
cool.
this job?
Yeah, I guess I would do that too. It would just become you get very used to it. I think at the
Yeah.
beginning I would be like
Yeah, you get the
kind of
muscle
weirded out.
memory and
Yeah,
like it just fucking it's in and out. Like you're
right.
good.
Yeah, and then I it is a fetish as well.
Yeah, there's no
And this
bedside manner to it. You're just
right.
like, here you go, dude. Like,
So wait, is your recent discovery that that dip sticking is a fetish? Is
uh,
that the discovery, or
well,
am I
like
understanding this incorrectly?
the 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 person I was dating at the time, like I had to tell her, like, hey, dude, like you should go get checked. They told me to, like, this could be a thing,
Right.
and like, you're the only person I'd
You
been
got down
doing
with.
stuff with. Yeah,
Yeah.
so like, check it out. And then she's like, oh, dude, that's like a fetish.
Oh, so you had the doctor's appointment and then you told her.
Yeah, I think I told her like, yo, I'm going to the doctor. Like, shit's
Okay.
not right.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
And then yeah, right. And then it happened and then you said you got sounded and then she said that's fetish. Or you got
Yeah.
dipsticked and then she said that's
Yeah.
sounding.
Yeah. She's
Right.
like, it's called sounding. I was like, oh, sick.
Have you ever seen videos of people being sounded sexually?
I think maybe like in the early internet days,
Yeah.
probably, but none that come to mind. Like, oh yeah, there's this one.
Yeah.
Remember that one sounding video?
I've seen a couple sounding videos out of curiosity.
I've seen the tools,
I've seen the tools.
and I could like imagine like
Yeah.
what's going down. I also saw this video of this dude getting a leech pulled out of his dick.
Oh my god.
That was crazy as
As
fuck.
a fetish or a
Nah,
disease?
he got leeched.
Fuck. There is some one of my friends, Emmy, told me that there was this guy on TikTok or something that had some sort of skin condition where there was like a shell over his penis, some sort of like dead skin thing, and he was
Whoa.
constantly talking about it. Like it was like every I don't know too much about it. I
Like,
didn't
is he
watch it.
picking it off and is regrowing or like,
Something like that, and
holy
there
shit?
he went through I think very objectively his experience with this shell. I think that's like formally like what it's called.
That's the ultimate blue shell.
What is a blue shell? What does that mean? I don't understand
Like
that.
in Mario Kart, when like some
Oh,
of them first
sure,
place, you could,
totally,
yeah,
yeah. But I think it went away now. I think he's
good for
shell free.
good for him.
Yeah. Well, we've been speaking a lot about penises
Yeah,
and all of that, and so we're gonna get into something we're gonna do on this podcast is we're gonna be sharing some stories of similar themes with me and my guests. And today's episode, the theme is nudity, 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 nudity. Hit him with the text, nudity. Phil, hit us with the text. Excuse me. You could, in post, right?
oh,
Take it out. Yeah,
yeah.
we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Um, okay, so you've got a story about nudity to discuss, correct?
Yeah, dude, I got a couple nudity stories. Oh my god, I almost threw up. Okay, this all right, maybe I'll go in chronological order.
You want to tell multiple? You totally could.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, do it.
I
Why not?
guess here we'll start with a quick one. Before me and my wife got married, she's like, "Hey, you want to go to We Spa?" And it's this Korean spa. They got a male side, a lady side, and then the co-ed zone. But you gotta like shower up first, so you gotta go to your zone. And like I'm like going in to like take a shower and shit, and there's like multiple dudes with like the biggest dicks I've ever seen in real life. just like walking around, just like they're all like shaved, like clean shaven, and I'm just like walking around with this like bush and this like not as big of a dick, like walking past them, just like feeling as if
Outclassed.
outclassed. Like, yeah, I wasn't even being judged. It was
Yeah.
just like I didn't belong there.
Whoa. That's
And
abusive. Yeah.
yeah,
Self hating.
that was pretty gnarly. And like, it also reminds me of like this band I used to be in, where sometimes we'd get naked, and like the guitarist, like he was uncircumcised, and I was like, dude, I wish I had what you had.
Yeah. Having a giant dick is pretty
Having a
cool.
giant dick's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like that's your own.
Yeah.
It's like
It's.
yours.
I wouldn't know
I
certainly.
don't know either.
Damn, dude.
Anyways, so this other naked story, I used to live with this dude, or like I was in a back house and he lived in the front house, and he was on meth for like too long, and he eventually just got naked and like stood on this table and was
Whoa.
like freestyling.
Do I know this person?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think
I
so.
was. Okay, go on. Go on.
Yeah, but I got footage of it, which I can send to Phil to drop in the chat.
Right. Phil, drop the footage
Yeah, but I shot it at 60 frames, so it's just like slow motion. This dude just like hopping up and down and freestyling
on meth.
on
How is
meth.
the freestyle? Give it a rating 1 through 10.
It's like, let's see, the number four comes to mind because it's like a Mark McGuire on steroids. Like it's kind of cheating.
Right.
Like you're, yeah, I don't know. If it's like a pure freestyle, it
Yeah.
would have been like a 6 or 7 if it was pure like sober freestyle.
I guess there was a time too where I'll just say it. I don't do coke a lot, but I was on coke this night, and
Uh,
I freestyled for like 8 hours straight, and it like unearthed this like identity of mine, that really changed my life and how I perceive God and
how many
everything.
cokes did you do?
Not a whole lot, honestly.
Uh,
Like maybe a line or two every hour. That sounds like a lot. Um,
is it?
yeah, I don't really know.
Me neither.
I mean, yeah. Well, but yeah, and then like the next day, I still had some of it in me,
Mm.
and I was like, I woke up and I was like in the bathroom by myself, and I was like still rapping.
Does that mean it was meth?
It was probably meth.
Okay.
Yeah. Um. So maybe that's the key.
The key to freestyling is meth.
It's meth. Yeah. Um.
Fuck.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
So.
here's another naked nudity story. One time I had to do this photo shoot for this band that wanted to like have a bunch of like naked people in this war versus these wizards.
Okay.
And so like we shot it all on a green screen. We had like the wizard doing different poses, and then we had like 8 or so different naked people doing different poses, so we could just like copy and paste a fucking shit ton of them, just like duking it out.
Okay.
And it's in like a triple gate fold, like 12-inch packaging. I got the CD version. Maybe maybe there is no
Getting fucking vaped out,
12
dude.
inch.
Anyway, go on.
Yeah. And so like yeah, so as like we were shooting all the models and shit, like one dude got naked and I was like, "Hell yeah." Like my dick's bigger than this guy's dick.
Cool. Yeah.
And I felt all stoked. And then my guitar the guitarist from that other naked band that I was in, like
Mm-hmm.
he like whipped it out and I was like, "Damn it." Like I feel
Second
inferior.
place. Damn.
Definitely. Yeah.
Um,
And then yeah, then it was my turn and I was like, "Oh man, like cuz like depending on the temperature, you can like kind of be like a
yeah,
different
it could be inside your body.
Yeah,
Sometimes mine is -inches.
dude, I had that experience once
Dude,
and
I
I
have
was
this experience
freaked
right
out.
now. It's currently
No
inside me.
way, dude.
Yeah, pretty much all the time. It's it's like because I have gigantic balls,
Yeah.
and my balls like it's like a they hang down so low that it like creates a little pocket,
Uh-huh.
and my
Oh yeah.
it's like a frog or like a turtle.
It's like a catcher catching a fastball.
Totally, that's pretty much exactly what it's like.
Yeah,
So
I know what you mean.
yeah, it's like a blessing and a curse because having big balls is pretty sick,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty stoked on
Oh
that.
my God. That reminds me, this one time my friends came over and they brought their like meth head homie,
Okay,
and that dude has like the biggest balls. It's like a speed bag, like that boxers like train
yeah.
with. And that was like his claim to fame. It was
Do you
like,
think he injects? You know, have you seen those? There's like a fetish community where they inject something into their balls and they have balls like the size of that can.
well,
And then they like I don't really know what they do. They just like take
yeah.
photos with them and stuff.
I don't know how his balls got that big, but
Were they that big?
yeah, dude.
I mean, probably they were
I,
really that big.
I don't know if he injected, but um, they were they're the biggest balls I've ever seen.
Oh, how did you go about seeing them?
He just pulled them out.
Just
They were
out of
like, "Hey,
nowhere?
dude, show him your balls," and I like watched as he just pulled them out.
I guess it's like a party trick.
Yeah,
It's how you gotta live. If you got them, you gotta just
yeah. If
like
you got
wear
it,
it.
flaunt it.
If you got it, flaunt it. You know, because it could bring you down. You could be embarrassed of them.
Yeah, they could get in the way.
And get in the
I
way.
can't imagine just like sitting down too fast, like in the wrong
Yeah,
angle.
sitting on them or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, mine are not that big.
yeah. I think mine are like pretty average.
um, um, did you have another? Was that your final nudity story? I think you said you had one more.
Uh, fuck. Do I have another nudity story? Um, I think that's like most of the nudity, but like
Those are
most of
pretty
it's
cool.
yeah,
Pretty cool stories.
most of it's related to just that one band where the guitarist would get naked every show.
Right.
And this one time we played this like house party, and I like was hanging out with this one girl in college, and I was like, okay, I got to get naked for this one, and like I ended up like tackling her like
During the
during the
set,
set, and then we had a really long relationship after that.
that wooed her.
I'm not sure if that's what did it, but um, that was a pretty cool adventure.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. I've
Yeah,
never tackled anybody naked
yeah. I don't know. There's so many
that I
like
can think
naked
of.
moments, like a bunch of friends like went out and like was skinny dipping in this like river and shit, and
Hmm.
I felt just like super like not proud of like my dick and shit, and just like walking back to the campfire but keeping like a really awkward distance between myself and the rest of the people.
So they wouldn't see it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if I was worried about them like not seeing enough, like they were seeing a lot less based on
Right.
where I was standing.
Right.
And then they kind of started laughing
Because you were awkwardly standing far
because I was
away.
awkwardly like 30 feet away, like trying to be in a conversation with the
Yeah. And
campfire.
you're like yelling. And yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Being nude is sick.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
It's pretty
There's
cool.
this hot tub in like Berkeley. I don't know if it's still open, but it gets to like 120 plus degrees,
Okay.
and
Regular hot tubs are like what, 100 or like
like
95 or something?
108 or something. I don't
Okay.
know, 112.
Okay.
I'm not sure. But yeah, you need to know this like password, and like it's got to be like a 1-to-1 dude to chick ratio.
Okay.
And there's, uh, I think there's two rules, and it's like you got to shower before you get in,
Okay.
and then the second one is no talking.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think a lot of people like don't know about the first rule just being like standard procedure for just any time you get into a hot tub.
Yeah, they say fuck it.
Yeah, there's
How
like
can you? There's no test. They can't
nah,
test your filth
it's
level.
not gonna turn blue if like you have
Yeah,
a bunch
you're
of like
dirty.
ball cheese.
Yeah, would be cool if it did
Yeah,
to
then
expose the liars.
then you'd know.
Then you know.
You got any naked stories?
I do. I have one that I would like to share. Um, okay, so when I had first moved to Los Angeles, this was in like 2016 or 17, something like that. Um,
Where'd you move from?
what was that?
Where'd you move from?
I was doing a lot of like farming in Northern California at the
Sick.
time,
Weed?
mostly at a place called Blackbird Farm. This was I was
Oh,
actually like teaching on this farm.
nice.
It was like outdoor education slash like social emotional education. It was really cool. But there were some people who worked at Blackbird Farm that sucked. One of them is a huge enemy of mine. Her name is Rachel Psycho. I just want to say, fuck you, Rachel. You suck. Fuck you.
Why did
I've.
she suck so bad?
She was just so annoying. I don't even want to get in. I don't want this podcast to be
Okay.
about her. She
All
doesn't
right.
deserve any recognition.
All
But she was
right.
really mean. She's
She
really
probably didn't
rude.
even.
Talked a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I'm getting riled up right now. But I did
My bad.
dominate her in frisbee one time. And we had like a body to body moment in the air playing ultimate frisbee, and she was talking shit leading up to it, and like um it was like a students versus teachers thing, and like
Yeah.
Rachel was the captain and I was the captain, and
We were on separate
we
teams.
were on separate
You
teams.
had the students.
It was we were both the captains, the two only teachers, and we each picked students.
Oh, okay.
And Rachel was like jokingly like talking shit like leading up to it like for maybe a day or two or something. And so was I, but both of us knew that we were very competitive cuz Rachel's a very competitive person, I'm a very competitive person. But we freaking torched Rachel on her team. It was like 11-2 or something. I scored like four fucking touchdowns or something. My students were killing it. But there was a moment where there was like a floater, and it was like me versus Rachel, and we both like jump in the air to get it, and I like bodied her. Not that hard, like it wasn't an intentional thing. Like I didn't like deck her,
Yeah.
but there was some like very legitimate contact in it. And then she was so like sour about it. She's just like, "You're going way too hard, Mike. Like this is school, like a school thing." And I was just like, "All right, dude, you're just saying this because you lost." Anyway,
In front of the kids?
pretty much, yeah. Great lesson for them, Rachel. Am I right? Anyway, so back to my nude story. So I just moved to LA. I was crashing on my friend Chris's couch, and I was trying to find a place to live. And I saw on Craigslist for $400 a month in West Hollywood, which I didn't know was a huge red flag. $400 a month rent anywhere
Yeah.
in 2017. Um, but I was stupid, and it was for a nudist house. That's how it was advertised on Craigslist. Um, and I was like, I'm down. My roommates want to get naked. I don't give a fuck. Like, whatever. I'm down to get naked too. Like,
Yeah.
cool. Let's do it. And so the guy, we're emailing back and forth a little bit, and he keeps kind of pestering me a little bit. He's like what type of nudism are you interested in? And I'm like, dog, I don't know, but like if I see your dick, I don't care. Like, or I don't know. I guess there was another roommate or two other roommates or something. I was like, I don't give a fuck. I was like, I don't have any experience with nudity or a nudist colony, a nudist house, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Um, So he was like, all right, like let's just check out the apartment. Like just come over here. And I was like, okay. Part of me was like, this is gonna be really, really weird, and I'm probably not gonna live here, but this is gonna be kind of cool, whatever I'm about to experience.
Yeah.
So I go to West Hollywood, and it's this really nice, like modern, like apartment building, like some gentrifier looking plastic kind of shit.
Like horizontal fence.
Yeah.
All
Um,
right.
and So it's at like the top floor, and I'd been coming from like a communal living thing, doing a lot of hippie shit. So
Did you do the gray water?
what's the gray water?
It's where you take the P trap and like you know you disconnect the drain and you put a bucket there so you can use that to flush the toilet.
Oh, um, no,
Okay.
I had not done that.
All right.
I mean, I've seen it,
That might be like a Bay Area thing then.
maybe. I've definitely seen that stuff
Yeah.
before, but not. I didn't like live with it.
Okay.
Um,
But they're
it,
hippies.
yeah, I was doing a lot of hippie shit.
Uh-huh.
So, so anyway, so I was expecting some like LA Jesus looking Trustafarian like white dude, long flowing hair, very pretty,
Yeah.
because he called it a nudist house. So I was
Yeah.
thinking it was gonna be some new age shit. And I get up to the top floor and everything's all crisp and clean and nice, and I was already sort of like intimidated. And I open up the door, and the second I see this dude, I'm like, he's a fucking pervert. This dude is not a nudist. He wants to fuck me.
Yeah.
Immediately, just from his vibe. I knew
Uh-huh.
it, and it turned out to be correct. But anyway, so I take a step in, high fucking ceilings, this like beautiful, beautiful apartment. It wasn't very like stylish or anything. Like this homeboy had no style with like decorating and stuff. But it was like just in my mind, I was like, whoa, I could like live here. Like
For
there's
dirt
like
cheap.
$400 a month. It's like nothing.
Yeah.
Um, So I was kind of like gawking at it, and he's just like, "Yeah, like welcome. There's like two floors, and we have like the rooftop access, and we're the only people in the apartment with rooftop access." All this shit. He was telling me about like the amenities, but I'd still had like barely taken a step in the door. But eventually, I kind of like snap out of it, and he's like, "All right, well, let's come in." And I was like, "All right." He's like, "You want to take your shoes off?" And I was like, "Okay." And then he's just like, "Do you want to get like more comfortable?" And I was like, "You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it." Even in my head, I knew I was just like, this is weird and I'm not going to live here. But I
Yeah.
was like, this is going to be funny as fuck. So I'm
Yeah.
going to do it anyway. A fatal flaw of mine, to be honest. Sometimes I put myself in very bad situations for the sake of it being funny.
Yeah.
This is one of them. So I get completely ass naked with this dude. This dude gets completely ass naked. He had like Okay, so he's showing me around the house, and he's like going up the stairs. He was a really big dude with a very, very tiny butt, like Hank Hill butt,
Hank Hill,
but like a
dude.
very like super wide shoulders. We had like a sort of similar body in a sense, but he was
Uh-huh.
like thick. He was like a big, big dude.
Yeah.
So he's like jogging up the stairs, and I'm like right behind him, and I'm like jogging too, and like his ass. I'll never forget this moment. The most distinct image I have of this is his tiny little ass, like as close as your face is to my face, which is relatively close for
Yeah.
someone's
You
ass
can
to
still
be.
catch a whiff from there.
Totally, totally. And so yeah, I'm just like staring deep into this dude's asshole,
Uh-huh.
and as he's like running up the stairs, and so and I'm like starting to get pretty uncomfortable because I'm like, okay, I think my boundaries like crossed right now. I'm like sort of not like having too much fun with this.
Yeah.
But whatever, I'm here. Let's let it rock.
Uh-huh.
So he's showing me around the whole place and blah blah blah, and then he's like, "All right, let's sit down on the couch and like let's talk logistics and stuff." And I'm like, "Okay, cool."
Damn, naked on the couch?
A suede couch, and I was
Fuck.
so nervous that I was sweating profusely, and like suede kind of picks up moisture.
Yeah.
So like you could see my ass sweat all over it, like instantly everywhere. I was just beating sweat. So so we're sitting on the couch, and he keeps throughout this whole conversation I'm about to explain. He keeps staring at my dick like every five
Oh
seconds,
shit.
and like it's like we're talking, and he's just like just all the like every couple seconds, and it was just making me uncomfortable. It's just like, how many
Yeah.
times do you got to look at it?
'Cause you're up here.
I'm up here, and we've talked about it before. We don't have fucking the most magnum hogs on the
Yeah.
planet. I'm just like, you get what it looks like.
Yeah.
So um um he also keeps playing with his own dick, kind of like you're picking up like a little bead on the ground, like you're
Yeah.
going like this. And
Yeah.
he was like playing with his foreskin,
All right.
and like his knees were like he was like leaning over his knees, like this kind of thing, like his elbows on his knees,
And just like
and like going like that.
scooping.
Scooping. Yeah, scooping's a great word for what he was doing. It's pretty weird. So
Yeah.
he asked me again. He's just like, all right, well, like, what type of nudism are you into? And I'm like, dude, we've had this fucking conversation before. Like, just ask me what you want to ask me. And so we have that conversation again. He kind of like gets frustrated and like cuts me off. And he's like, oh, okay. Like, let me just give you a couple scenarios. How about that? And we'll see where your boundaries are. And I'm like, okay. Ultimately, too, this guy was very respectful the whole time, despite him not being clear about what he wanted.
Yeah.
But while I was there, he was respectful and was
Uh.
just asking questions. I'll give him some credit. But he um he's like, "Okay, well, um how would you feel if I walked over to you right now and touched your penis?" And he called it penis too, which was like weird. I don't know. Maybe he wouldn't say cock or something because that's too hot, and he was trying to be objective, like
Yeah.
whatever. So he asked if he could touch my penis, and I'm just like, um, I don't think so. I don't think I would like that. He's like, okay, that's fine. He's just like, are you gay? And I'm like, no. And I'm like, are you gay? He's like, oh no, totally not. I'm like, are you bi? He's like, no, I'm not into guys at all. I'm like, yeah, you are. I didn't say that, but I'm like, no shit. But whatever, sure. Um, so he's like, okay. What? How about this? How about this then? I'm like, okay. He's like, so the kitchen was like, there was no like barrier between the living room and the kitchen. So he's like, okay, what if give me a very specific scenario. He's like, what if you came home from work, you had a long day of work, and you are making eggs for dinner, and I just decide to come out on the couch and throw on a quick porno and just beat off. How do you feel about that?
Yo,
And
first off, no one makes fucking eggs for dinner.
I mean, some people do, but just to say that is a weird thing.
Yeah.
I agree. You've never made eggs for dinner?
I actually was eating like hard boiled eggs
Nice.
for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for like several weeks.
How was that?
I think it helped lead to a panic attack.
That's that sucks.
Yeah, you got to get like more fiber.
I feel charged when I have hard-boiled eggs spiritually.
Oh, I love hard boiled eggs.
Yeah.
Actually, they were soft boiled eggs.
Oh, yeah. I mean, those are nice too. Soft boileds are nice.
I just love the drip.
I love the drip too. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice. Okay, so
Oh yeah. So
he whatever. What does a quick porno mean? I don't know what that means. I think he just, I guess, meant by that like in a casual way. He wasn't just like, "Hey,
yeah,
I'm gonna." I don't know. I actually have no fucking idea what that could mean. What a quick porno is. But anyway,
yeah.
so I was just
It's like a
like,
figure of speech.
I guess so. But I wanted to like still show some interest for whatever reason in my head. I didn't want to just completely shoot him down.
Yeah.
I think just I was feeling vulnerable, literally naked and afraid. I was naked and afraid. So I think maybe I gave him credit there. So I was just like, and I was also thinking I was like 400 a month. Like I'm gonna cook dinner a couple times a month, and I have to watch this guy beat off for
Yeah.
400 in this
He should
nice
be
ass apartment.
paying you 400 times every time he wants to watch a quick porno while you're trying to cook some fucking
If
eggs.
that was me now, I would have sassed him the fuck up, and I would
Yeah.
have said that. I'd be like, sure, like, every time you want to do this weird ass shit and have me like be cooking, use me as a tool for
Yeah.
whatever
Then rent's
weird
free.
roommate kink you have, yeah, then you're fucking paying my ass. Um, but so I said yes, that I was okay with that. I was just like, yeah, yeah, I could totally do that. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. And then he's like, okay, like, cool. That's fine. We could work with that. And I'm like, all right. And he's like, you should meet my other two roommates. Like, they're not home right now, but we're having, we have maybe once or twice a month. We have these like fun parties at my house, and he gave a lot of emphasis on fun. Like he said, he was just like these fun parties, and uh, I'm like, what is a fun party? Like, what do you mean a fun party? And he was just like, it's just like me and like a bunch of my guy friends, and we get together and we just like watch movies and like get naked and stuff. And he's like, there's a couple girls for the straight guys, and I
He,
was like, wait, what? There's a
this
couple
is
girls for the
after he
straight guys?
told you he wasn't gay or bi.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And he would facilitate this type of environment in his own home.
Okay.
So, immediately when he said the comment about that there's girls for the straight guys, I immediately thought of the ass to ass scene from Requiem for a Dream. I was like, whoa,
Legendary.
this is it.
Yeah.
This is where it's literally happening. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
400 a month.
400 a month. Yeah. So that's when I started really getting kind of freaked out. I was like, okay, this is like really weird. I'm like totally not into this anymore. I'm like borderline panic attack, like kind of
Uh-huh.
thing, but still keeping my cool. And I was just like, yeah, yeah, sure. Like, let me know. I'll come over. Just send me the details. And so I end up just getting dressed and leaving and saying bye. And I go downstairs and I realized that I bought this like very expensive like kombucha that was like $9 or something.
Fuck.
And I didn't even take a sip.
Oh
There was like a
no.
Trader Joe's right outside of it, or a Whole Foods, or some like organic store or some shit.
So you
So
had
I
to go
I
back.
go back up, I answer the door. He's still naked, and he's just like, "Your kombucha," and I'm like, "Yeah, dude. Sorry. Do you mind if I get it?" And he gives me the kombucha, and I
It's fucking
leave.
open.
No, it's not
Okay.
open. That would have been sick. Or there's some sort of like imprint of his penis on it.
Yo.
Um, that would be cool. But yeah, then I ended up like going downstairs, and then like a wave of like all of the emotions that I repressed for the past like 30 minutes hit me at once. So I immediately got like wasted by myself. I call my friend Sarah, who I was working with on that farm, who was like supportive of me coming to LA and stuff. And I'm just like, Sarah, this is weird. LA's crazy. Listen to this. Like, these people are fucked up.
Yeah.
Um, and it was the fastest I've ever been drunk in my life.
What were
Like I
you
just
drinking?
Jim Beam,
Oh yeah, that'll
like
do it.
the little small bottles, but I just like chugged it within like 60 seconds, which
Yeah.
maybe like 6 shots. You think
Yeah.
so? Like the tiny plastic
At
ones?
least six. Like 2 ounce shots? We can do the math later.
Yeah, it was a lot of liquor. I got wasted like very
Yeah.
quick.
It's
Um,
and the kombucha has alcohol in it too.
that's true, which I didn't even think I even drank any. I
Ah,
probably ended up leaving it somewhere because I was wasted. I was
yeah.
taking the bus.
I don't like kombucha.
Some kombuchas I like.
Or
Um, well, yeah, I guess that's the complete
so
story.
you didn't get the spot.
I did not get the spot, but he did email me like several times,
Yeah.
and then he emailed me as another woman and he like sent me nudes before a single, in the first message.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I forgot the dude's name, but she's like, "Oh, hey, like so and so told me about you. Like I thought you were really hot. I just wanted to like say hi and like was wondering if you were going to live there."
He tried to catfish you?
Yeah, he tried to catfish me. I entertained it for a second because I was just like, let's
Yeah.
just see where this goes.
Uh-huh.
And um, yeah, she was like trying to like get me to like get cucked or something. And the dude was probably one of the men involved in cucking me
Yeah.
or some weird thing, but
Yeah. It's like, oh, she's
um
not here right now.
yeah,
Or he's
exactly.
not here.
Oh no, she's
Or
still
yeah,
at
she's
work.
not here.
Yeah, it's just me and you. Um yeah. So
Nice try.
nice drive. Yeah,
Respect.
respect. Um but I guess that's it, folks. That's been the first episode. This is a pretty feral one, I feel. A lot of penis
Dude.
talk.
Yeah. Like,
Um
fuck.
sounding
The your story of this dude trying to get you to live with him naked is like reminding me of this dude that I used to work with at the Census Bureau in Oakland. And like me and him were in the stock room and he would just be drinking like wine out of a coffee mug all the time. But when it was time to like shut it all down, he's like emailing me
mm-hmm.
like, "Hey man, we're gonna be friends like
Oh.
after we don't work with each other anymore." And
Were you his friend?
like
Did you
we're
like him?
we're buds. We're the stock room guys
Right,
and just like listening to jazz and shit.
right.
And I don't know, the like the desperation that this dude was like displaying to you reminded me of this dude who's like sending me emails about how he wants
Oh,
to like kill himself and
oh
give me
fuck.
his like piano and shit.
Oh my god.
And how
Is it a
like,
cry for help, you think?
nah, he's just trying to smash.
Oh,
He's like, yo dude, I promise I'll be sweet.
oh boy. Yeah,
I'll
ultimately that was what this
yeah.
dude just wanted a roommate who he could fuck.
Yeah.
Which is cool. That's
A
fine.
lot
I
of
just
people
wish
want that.
100%. No, not shaming that at all.
Yeah.
He should have been transparent. He
How
should not have called it a nudist house because it's not a nudist
yeah.
house.
What was the age difference between you and him, you think?
I was like 26 or 27.
Mm.
He was probably like 31.
Uh
Um, yeah,
yeah.
it was weird.
I'm sure he found a roommate.
I'm sure he did. I don't think it's that hard. He probably had a hard time finding a roommate if he is not being transparent
Yeah.
about what he wants. If he would have said that off the bat, even if he was like, "Hey, I said nudist in the ad just because Craigslist would flag it if I said I want a roommate who I could enter once a week," and if he said that, I've been like, "Kindly yet firmly, please delete my number,"
Mm.
you know, and you know, uh, respectfully, of course, but you know, but well, I guess that's a wrap.
Fuck
Um,
yeah.
you want to give another shout out to your daughter?
Dude, I love you, Isla. You're the fucking sickest fool ever.
Sick. Cool.
I hope you're actually sleeping right now.
Oh yeah, it's kind of late. It's like 10:30,
Is it?
10:21,
Oh, she ain't sleeping yet.
10:21 PST, not 10:21 CST. Um. Anyway, all right, y'all. It's been real. See ya. See you next time. Bye.
Bye bye.